Hello everybody, it's Everall204 for another weekly update. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna get through like the news and stuff that I got thing first, and then I'm gonna be talking about something a bit more serious. So for those of you who really don't care about anything aside from the stuff I get, you can tune out right away. If you just want to hear the scheduling and things like that, it's fine. The people who actually do care and who want to hear the things that I'm going to be asking, then stick around, but it might be long. If you remember from last year, things can get just a little long around this time of year. But so first of all, scheduling. Oh yeah, first, get the Maddie shirt. Look, there's like the king. There's the prince on the bottom there. It's nice. It's nice. I like it. So first of all, scheduling. This week is the Jewish holiday of Rosh Hashanah. Literally head of the year. It's Jewish New Year. So that's going to be Thursday and Friday. So there's not going to be any Scribblenauts Unlimited this week. And obviously no uploads Thursday and Friday because I don't have scheduled uploads. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to go into it without any stress. Just I'm not uploading. I should still be uploading Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Although Wednesday's Paper Mario is probably going to be early if I do upload. So that's that. Next week we should have good uploads, but it's a chemo week for me, and I'll get into more scheduling stuff as we get closer to the next holiday after that. So, secondly, I got Loot Crate yesterday. If you want to check out the video, it's great. But the highlight of the Loot Crate is I got a little Tribble here. Look at this, a little Tribble. Take it out. From Star Trek. If you don't know what a Tribble is, it's essentially this piece of like styrofoam with fur on it, but it eats everything. It's adorable. It's so cute. Also, my I don't know if you could tell, the volume in this is probably really low. My microphone is starting to go. It's actually got a frayed wire that I have to replace. But I also wanted to get a headset, so I decided on the advice of somebody to get a Sennheiser PC350 Special Gaming Edition. It folds up, which is kind of nice, but there's a really good thing here. The microphone is nice. I've tried it out already. Has instead of a USB, it uses a like headphone and microphone jacks, but that's okay. So I've tried it out, and it's very comfortable, and the microphone works pretty well. I don't know if I'm going to be using it for. I'm going to be changing over to it for probably for Dead Space, but I don't know about Paper Mario yet. But yeah, so look forward to me using this microphone in the future. I had some gift cards, so I was able to buy it. Otherwise, there was no way I was going to get it. It was like $150, but I got it from B&H.com, and there was expedited shipping, and I got it the day after I ordered it, which was really cool. Free expedited shipping. So yeah, that's going to be pretty fun. Do I have anything? I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to show you. But yes, that's the scheduling, that's the stuff. If that's all you came here for, then thank you very much for watching. But yeah, so for the more serious thing, so for those of you who don't, most of you I would assume are not Jewish, like 99.9% of you, the Jewish New Year isn't just like the regular secular New Year. It's not just like, oh hey, let's get drunk and thank God it's over and things like that, and just it's another day on the calendar. Jewish New Year is really a time for prayer, introspection. Our text just talk about how it's essentially a day of judgment. God judges each person based on his past year and decides what his next year is going to be like. It could be a scary experience, but it's also, there's still a joyous atmosphere that we, after our prayers, we don't just assume that we're all gonna die. We assume that this coming year is going to be good, but we still gotta be good people and things like that. But the reason why I'm saying this is I'm not trying to foist my religion on others. I just wanna put that out there. Judaism is not something that I try to see everyone should be. It's my religion. It doesn't have to be your religion. It could be whatever you want. You don't have to have religion. Whatever works for you. I'm just talking about myself. Um, so I'm sorry if anybody gets offended by me talking about this, but I'm not trying to convert anybody here. Um, but one of the important themes of Rosh Hashanah is, uh, and the following holiday Yom Kippur, which is like the Day of Atonement, where we fast and we essentially, that's the day that we say, okay, we were bad people. This was not a good year. Please forgive us. Whereas Rosh Hashanah is more like, okay, we have to change ourselves for the coming year. It's a whole thing. It works. It works out, at least to me. But something that I do every year, something that I want to do, is, well, we have a concept that sins that you have done between yourself and God, um, essentially the sins of religious practice and doing things that he has said not to do and stuff like that, that doesn't concern other people. It's just, in private. So those types of sins are the ones that you ask forgiveness for during this holiday season. Sins between yourself and other people, it doesn't work that way. You can't just go and up and shoot somebody and say, I'm sorry, God. No. You have to make amends with the person first, and then you can be forgiven. This isn't the type of thing where, you could just do whatever you want to anybody and then just ask God for forgiveness and all's forgiven and great job, see you next year. You don't get off easy. So, something that I like to do here is ask you guys for forgiveness. This past year was a very strange year. It was a very strange year. Obviously, I was diagnosed with cancer a year and a half ago. Before that, I was having back pain. It was a whole thing. You can look at some of my past vlogs. I'm not going to go into it, but the past couple of years of my life have been a living hell. Some good has come out of it. Project Meteorite, which was started up to help my family raise some money to initially pay bills and things like that, morphed into Nintendo Project, which is now like a charity thing we do every few months for Child's Play charity. We've raised a nice amount of money already. I say we, but I was only in the last two. I mean, Mr. Waterwraith and Kiwi have, John and Dylan have been spearheading the thing. So I am not taking credit at all for this. It is all them. And they have done an amazing job just getting things together and organizing it, and you guys obviously have helped donate a lot. Some of the people that watch my channel are the ones that I see donating a lot of stuff during my blocks anyway, so thank you guys so much for that. But some good things can come out of bad times, but it was a living hell for me, and it still is a living hell. I don't know, it doesn't, I try not to make it show through in my vlogs or especially in my Let's Plays, but I'm so damn tired, so damn tired of just having cancer. And that's a stupid thing to say, but starting out I said, okay, I'm gonna get through this. I just gotta wait and let treatment take its hold. And so the first treatment that we did, which almost killed me, didn't work. So we started off the thing that I'm on now, which showed promise at first, but then it was like and then just kind of flatlined. It's holding the cancer off, and that's it. Which means that realistically I have about 2 more years before I'm actually going to be able to get my life back. And my hair, I miss my hair so much, you guys don't even know. And it's hard every day to get up and say, look in the mirror and say, I gotta do this for 2 more years. I gotta do this for 2 more years. I'm hoping it's at that's the maximum. That's like the maximum time. And at this point, with the thing I'm on, we're going to be stopping it soon. I'm going to be getting a biopsy of one of my tumors to see how dead it actually is, because we took a PET scan and we saw it's kind of dead, but not really. Some areas, like in my shoulder and other dots that appeared, seem to be dead, so we have to take a biopsy of the main tumor and see how it's actually doing. But I've been like I am now for a year. We actually started the treatment right after last Rosh Hashanah. So going into the last New Year, I didn't know what the hell was going to be going on with my life. Was I going to live? Was I going to die? Was I going to suffer from the new treatment? I don't know. And that made for an interesting prayer experience, I have to tell you. My father leads the services on the high holidays. I usually go with him to the synagogue that we're at. So when we got up, there's a certain point. It's like one of the high points of the prayer is it's called Unasana Tokef, and essentially it's an interesting, very melancholy prayer. But it comes to a point where we say that on the New Year, on Rosh Hashanah, God essentially has the book of life and the book of death open in front of him, and everybody passes in front of him, and he judges them, and he either writes the person's name in one or the other and sends them off. And and we say a whole thing: who's gonna live, who's gonna die, who at the right time, who at the wrong time, etc. And it's a tough experience to go through. Living a sheltered American life, I can honestly say it didn't really affect me in the past. I tried to be affected by it, because not everybody's life is perfect, and I have had hardships here and there, but I'm a middle class sheltered white male in the upper the northeast of the United States. How hard is my life actually going to be growing up, honestly? Compared to people elsewhere in the country, in other countries especially, people of other races or minorities that are persecuted or prejudiced against. So, I can't really say, but with the death sentence over your head, that's very different. So I didn't really know what I was going into. And so the past year, it's just been very hard for me to keep sane, because I've been going and going and going, and I've been able to keep up with videos, but that's really it. That's all I do with my life. All my friends are either graduating from college or have graduated. Some of them have even gotten married, moved away to other countries. It's, everyone that I knew is slowly drifting away. And here I am, upper sophomore in terms of credits in college, and I'm going nowhere. I can't take classes. Everything's too hard for me right now. But why am I going into this? Because I usually try to go in to the holidays with a cleaner conscience than I had. And concerning you guys, the reason why I'm talking all about this is concerning you guys. I have not been the best person this past year. Especially, sorry for the background noise. I could get up and close the window, but I'm lazy. That's another thing. In the past few years, I've made friends, and I've tried to be a support for them, a comfort for them. And this past year, I've completely opposite. I just, turned into a support to someone that needs, others to rely on. I really haven't been there for just about anybody. And, most of my viewers who are watching this don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a lot more active on Twitter, and the people that I'm active with on Twitter I consider very close friends. And, you might say, well, Dovey, no, it's okay, you were there, but the fact is that earlier this year, the reality came down that there was somebody that I care for very dearly, that partly because I just cease to exist as a support for them, not of my choosing. I lost them, and that's hit me very hard, and it hasn't gone away. It has not gone away. Time can dull some pain, but some things need a lot more time than others, believe me. So, just I've had to deal with that on a daily basis, knowing that my lack of action, as opposed to negative action, has impacted someone's life to the point where they're gone now. That hasn't been the case with everybody else that I know, but there's a lot of people suffering, a lot of my friends suffering out there, and normally I would be the first one to go on Skype and talk to them and listen and things like that, but I just haven't been able to. You might say, Dovey, you have cancer. You're going through treatment. You can't do that. You can't beat yourself up over that. But the fact is that I have, for a very long time now, I've been using the cancer as a crutch, as an excuse to stop caring. And it's really bad. It's a terrible thing for me, and it's a terrible thing for anybody to do, to use an illness or anything else as an excuse to be a worse person than they are. And I just, I hope that this year gives me the opportunity to start recovering and be there more for you guys. But I want to apologize to anybody who feels like I've been leaving them out. Anybody who feels like I don't care about them as much anymore because I just haven't talked to them, or I don't respond the same way, or things like that. If there's anybody who's watching this that feels that I have wronged them personally, please send me a message. I can take any criticism, believe me, as long as it's actually like constructive criticism, obviously. But I have extremely thick skin, and some of you guys on Twitter know that I do. I can be very level-headed in terrible situations, and obviously I've been through a lot, and there's not much that can faze me, but I can't change the way I am if you don't tell me what I'm doing wrong. So if you're concerned, if you feel miffed about something, but you're concerned about hurting my feelings, it's not going to happen. My feelings will be hurt if you don't tell me and if you let something fester. But I just very much, I want to ask, for those of you who just feel that can't think of anything in particular, but just don't feel great about me for any reason, or there's just something lingering that you can't pinpoint, I want to ask your forgiveness. I never set out to hurt anybody, but humans being humans, it happens, and that's not an excuse. That's just me saying that I know I have done something to somebody over the course of this year. And even if I don't remember it, it doesn't make it not important. It just means I have a horrible memory that I've always had. And forgetting that you've done something bad is a terrible thing in itself. I would just like to ask for everybody's forgiveness. I would like to, say that this coming year, I hope to have the opportunity to keep going with my videos, keep going with my friendship with you guys. Just be able to do more, to live on, and hopefully a year from now, this will all be a bad dream. And, I'll be coming to you with the next Jewish New Year saying, we did it, guys. So this has been Sephiroth4 with the weekly update. Like I said, please let me know if I've done anything to you. And, we could fix this together. Thank you.